And then looking at Oxford, I know I'm going a bit out of town here, but looking at Oxford with the 15 minutes, 20-minute cities, is that something that could happen to Burgess Hill?
If one looks at the drawings, and there doesn't appear to have been any proper detailed design relatively, certainly seems to have hamstrung the contractors. And if we look at the layouts that are there, it would appear that they are putting down highways regimes which are commensurate with that as a purpose, that they will severely control the traffic flow around the town centre. And as we know, that causes all sorts of problems for businesses that are trying to survive, particularly post-COVID and what have you. If you don't have parking, if you don't have accessibility, if you don't have arterial flow through any organism, whether it be the human body or a town centre, essentially you might just as well put a tourniquet around it. And I would say, looking at some of their drawings, that's exactly what they are moving towards. You have situations where you had 2 lanes feeding into a mini roundabout or whatever, and now there was 1.
Yes. And if it does go to a 15-minute city, so it's going over to like state control, is that a bad thing, Gordon?
Well, it's difficult to say. In the realms of political correctness and wokeness and all of the state has control. As soon as you lose those freedoms, sometimes you lose them and realise too late. At the moment, it certainly isn't going to be of any benefit to us in probably our lifetimes. And it is just unnecessary control. With what's happening in London, with what's happening with these emission control zones and everything else, you can see that there is overreach.
Yes.
As far as the Oxford thing is concerned, there's already obviously public alarm, but there comes a point where the whole thing becomes so massive that it's beyond individual human control, and I think that's actually quite a serious liberty issue.
Absolutely.
Well, we know